Hello, everybody. This is your brother, Guy Nollywood Jr., coming to you with another program. Um, I want to talk about daddy issues. And I do notice that I know women, we might say women, hey, what's going on, Stacy? Hotep, Sister Stacy. And I want to apologize for the last time I bet my phone, because I was on my phone. I'm still on my phone right now. It's fully recharged, and I was gonna, end the program, but my phone had died, and so I just abruptly it just cut off. So I want to apologize for that. Um, I want to talk about daddy issues, right? And I know we might say women, some women have daddy issues, but you got some dudes out here that have daddy issues too. You have some dudes out here that have daddy issues too. And I noticed that when I was talking last time, a certain individual decided to troll, and this person has daddy issues. Okay. Um, I want to clear up something real quick because this turd faced mental patient said that I run my mouth. Hey, Jamel, what's going on? Hotep. This mental patient said I run my mouth. Let's clear up some things. The mental patient said that he got on YouTube since 2007. I got on YouTube when I first got on YouTube was 2009. So this person, this nutcase, was basically nigger babbling for 2 years before I joined YouTube. Then I stopped. 2010, I stopped doing, posting videos up, and I started putting in work, doing, empowering my people, doing what I have to do, take care of my family, do what I have to do. And I was off of YouTube for almost 10 years. From 2010, I didn't get back on YouTube until 2018. Man, meanwhile, this individual was still on YouTube. He was on YouTube for 18 years, almost 20 years, and still couldn't even pull subscribers, still couldn't even pull views. 18 years. When I left YouTube in 2000, beginning of 2010, I only had 60 subscribers, just 60. When I came back, I started building. That's my subs starting to go up. Okay, because the message that I was bringing. This individual kept saying, "Well, I had 100 channels terminated. Why you gotta make so many channels?" Now, back then, YouTube was very sensitive and very strict. So your channel got terminated because you were saying hateful shit. You were saying hateful stuff. You were saying things that was a violation. That's the reason why your channels got terminated. So I remember, and the reason why I remember I was going back and forth with this chick. Her name was Acting Drama. I never forget this. and she was a fat, ancient mama looking chick, and she supported interracial relationships. And she 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 tried to, come at me or whatever. So I did a rebuttal video, and next thing you know, after I did a review, I knew she flagged the video down. I know she flagged the video down. So YouTube uh, took the video and said it was hate speech and all that nonsense. This is, and remind you, this is 2009. So they took down the video. And once they take down the video, you can't re-upload the video. They won't allow you to re-upload it because they recognize the I forgot what you call it. I think the security number, something like that. The YouTube will recognize it, so you wouldn't be able to re-upload it. But the funny thing about it was, recently I re-upload that same video, and YouTube took it, and the name of the program is No Drama. So that was the video that did not that YouTube flagged down. But now after 9 years away from YouTube, I've been able to re-upload that video. I don't know what happened to her. A lot of these people, they come and go. I don't know what happened to her. A lot of those old subs that I had, I did try to reach out to them to see if they were still around, but I haven't gotten a response since I came back from YouTube. 12 Vels, what's good, sister? Hotel, salute. So, but a lot of these cats, a lot of these dudes, they have daddy issues. And just like I was talking to that person who just came out of nowhere, that old troll that was coming at me, he even said out of his own mouth that his father, actually it was on that same video where he was arguing with Steven, and he actually said that his father just ignored him. Just ignore him. Now that tell you something, that your own father thought you wasn't shit. Your own father thought you wasn't shit. He said he never saw his grandparents kiss or even show any affection. That's sad. That's sad. You know what I'm saying? He actually mentioned that his mother was a whore. That every time she had different men. One of them was a white man. So this is coming out of his mouth. And he can deny it all he want. But there's videos that he says these things. So a lot of these dudes, they got daddy issues, and they want to take it out on other black people. I have nothing to do with that. That's not whatever your personal gripe. You got to take it up with your family. That's something that you need therapy. YouTube is not therapy. Going on YouTube and ranting and all that, that's not therapy. You need to speak to somebody. People like that need some serious therapy. Like real therapy. That means you're going to have to pay for therapy. You got to pay for a shrink. And this is where all the self-hate comes from. A lot of these guys, these weak dudes, they always run to another man. Going back to this individual, the stalker, the mental patient stalker. When the white woman wanted to whip his ass in the street, a white woman supposed to be in his building harassing him. He had to run to another man, the white man, for protection. Now, for me, I'm too gangster for that. I'm too gangster for that. I have no problem slapping a bitch if a bitch getting out of control. I have no problem slapping a bitch, especially a white bitch, especially a white bitch. I'm too gangster to run. I'd rather go to jail. I'd rather go to jail because ain't nobody gonna come at me and threatening me. You know, no, I'm going to jail. I'm catching a case. I'm too gangster for that. I'm not running to no police. That should be the last thing that anybody should do. Because this person never had a father to go to or run to. In many cases, he always talking about how he get bullied and people always picking at him because he never had a daddy he could run to. A lot of these so-called folks, these dudes, they have so much anger to black folks because a lot of these dudes, they got daddy issues. Daddy wasn't in a home. There was no daddy they could talk to. There was no father figure. So they grow up with this hatred. They grow up not being loved. They have a mother that's always angry. I used to be like that. I used to be, in my 20s, I used to grow up angry. I never thought I was going to live to see my age the way I was. I was just like, yo, I don't even want to be here no more. But I think what saved me was I met a lot of positive, intelligent brothers and sisters. I met a lot of brothers and sisters that really cared. And it's all about being around people that really cares about you and really appreciate who you are and what you stand for. And that's the thing. The daddy issues that these dudes have, it's a lot of these guys, that's the reason why you have a lot of these dudes right now, they have all this identity crisis. They don't know if they want to be a woman. They don't know if they want to be a man. They don't know if they African. They want to be something. They want to be anything but African. Because they have daddy issues, man. And that's the problem. That's the problem. These people don't even want to approach the enemy. You got white folks on social media right now. That's what they do, is bashing black folks, trying to make it seem like we're race baiting and why are we still complaining? And I mean, these are the conversations these white folks be having. There was no such thing. It was no American slavery. It was all in our head. Black folks was happy being under oppression. These are the conversations that they will have. But I don't see none of these dudes, so-called conscious folks. They don't go to their platform and harass them and make memes and out of them and bully them and ask for their address. You don't see none of these are cowards. So not only these Negroes have daddy issues, but these Negroes, I notice, are the biggest cowards. They are the biggest cowards. The biggest cowards of all cowards. And these people, that's all they do is they use YouTube as their father. YouTube became their daddy. Social media became the new daddy. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. All of a sudden they big and bad and they tough and they chest is poked out. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, Jamal. YouTube became their father. That's the new daddy. Because these people never had a father in their life, and that's crazy. So yeah, that's the reason why they act tough. They act big and bad. And they think they miss know it all. These are the same people that don't like education. And that's another thing I don't understand the life of me. Ever since I've been growing up, black people have a problem of being of another black man or black woman being educated. And matter of fact, they will put down black men, other black men. These are the same dudes. Okay, will put down another black man for being educated. But it's okay for the black one to be educated. They don't say nothing about the black woman being educated, but they want the black man to be just as dumb, deaf, and blind. Oh, you want to? Oh, you think you're so smart? You hear how they talk? Oh, you think you're so smart? You read too many books. You're oh, you think you're better than me. These are daddy. These are dudes that don't have a daddy in their life. Never had a daddy in their life, and this is what they say to another black man. And the only thing these brothers like myself wants to keep up with our sisters. We got to keep up with them. These are the sisters, 12 as you know, these are the sisters that go to college and getting a master's, getting a doctorate. We got to keep up with them. I don't want to be left behind. And it was the sisters that motivate me to get my bachelor's degree. So yes, I'm smarter than these dudes with daddy issues. These religious flunkies. Well, you know, Elijah Muhammad said about the dirty glass and why do you love the white man? Because the white man gives you nothing. Elijah Muhammad was a dummy. Elijah Muhammad was a fucking dummy. He only had a 4th grade education, but you got people that's quoting from a dummy. This is the reason why a lot of those religious fanatics, they don't even like going to school. They don't like going because, hey, Elijah Muhammad didn't go to school. He dropped out at 4th grade. I don't want to be like that. I want to be like Marcus Garvey. I want to be just as intelligent. I want to be just as educated. I don't follow dummies. I don't follow dummies. They do nothing for me. And brothers got to keep up with our sister. We got to keep up as far as education. We got to keep up with them. Education got me through everything. It got me through being in debt. It got me through it prevented me from, like, let me say it again. It prevented me from being in debt. It prevented me, got me out of trouble, out of the prisons. It gave me things that I always dreamed. It's to the point I don't even want nothing no more. I got everything that I always dreamed of. Education my kids don't have to struggle. They don't have to look. They don't have to worry about wearing the same pair of sneakers like I had to do. I had to wear. I wore these Air Force. I forgot the name of those. It was black and white. My mother bought me one pair of sneakers. I had to wear those sneakers for 3 years. Them same sneakers for 3 years. I bought so when I got my second pair of sneakers, let me say this. My mother bought me one pair of sneakers when I was in ninth grade. I wore those same pair of sneakers. She didn't buy me no pair of sneakers. I didn't have no money. I wasn't getting any money. I didn't have a father that gave me money. And I wore those same pair of sneakers for 3 years until I got my first summer job. And I bought a pair of Adidas. And I get to wear, and I wore those in my senior year in high school. Now I got so many sneakers. It's some sneakers I haven't wore yet. I haven't wore yet. That's crazy. 12 L's. I have sneakers I haven't wore yet. Okay? That's what education has done. I don't even want anything now. I got education. Education got me through. I've been there, done that. I got what I'm saying, everything that I always wanted, I got. I don't have to. So the struggle is no longer there. Of course there's a different type of struggle now. There's different type of struggle. But as far as having things, I don't have to worry about that no more. And I want to keep it like that. Because once you've been at the bottom, you don't want to stay, you don't want to go back there. That's why I don't understand these celebrities where they came from poverty, and then when they have it, they start doing dumb shit to the point they become broke again. Like, when common sense should say, look, I'm not going back to the ditch no more. I've been there. I can live to talk about it. I've been there. I've been there not having nothing. I've been in the ghetto. I'm not going back there no more. This is how African people should always fucking think when even when doing, even when the whole time we've been oppressed, and the shit that we went through. We should say, I'm not doing that no more. I'm not putting myself in that situation no more. I'm not allowing white folks to control me and tell me what I should do with my money or whatever. I'm not going back there. I don't want to coon and date white women and all that. I'm not going back after all the shit that our ancestors went through. I'm not going back to that no more. She said, it's Father's Day month. You hosting something? Yeah, I might do something. I might. Yeah, you know what? 12 L's. You just gave me an idea. I definitely will do something. I might do a program on Father's Day. I'm so I'm man. It's just, yeah. I'm gonna do it. Thanks for the idea. That's and I'm gonna invite all the brothers, and I'm underrated. I'm like I said, you're welcome to join. You could tell me your experience about your dad, or I mean, if you're comfortable talking about him, um, I would like, I definitely would do a program on that. Thanks for the idea. I haven't thought about it, but I'll do it. I definitely would do it, um, because it's important. It's important. Um, I'm gonna say this though. I didn't have 12 hours. Said black men always saying they are not celebrated. Yeah, yeah. Um, I want to see more sisters big up the brothers, um, more. I want sisters to treat the men just like how we treat the sisters. Like when we treat the mothers, whether it's the wife or it's your actual mother, we go all out there. We buy flowers, we take them out to dinner. I think sisters should do the same thing. Sisters should do the same thing, because we bust. I mean, us fathers, we bust our ass. We go to work every day. You know, we make sure that our kids are straight, and it's not easy going to work. It's not easy getting up every day going to work, but we do it. We still make time for our kids. Anytime our kids having something on their Father's Day, come to school day, we do it. We would sacrifice our jobs to spend time with our kids, to make sure our kids we go to their little events. And we'll tell her, no, we're not coming in. I'm going to my kid's graduation. I'm going to be there for my kid's birthday. I'm going to be there. We make sacrifices. Good fathers make sacrifices. Good fathers make sacrifices. We make sacrifices. 12 of us say, yeah, but so many black women try to say they are both. Well, I can't speak for them. I can't speak for them. And I think first of all, my mother wasn't, even though I was raised by my mother, because my father and my mother separated. My mother was my mother. She wasn't my mother and father. I didn't learn it for my masculinity. I learned that from hip hop. Hip hop was my daddy. Hip hop was just like Tupac said. Hip hop was his daddy. Hip hop taught him how to fight, how to treat women, and all the other stuff, like how to handle. You know what I'm saying? Just to try to what's being, just to show masculinity. We had to learn that growing up. I had to learn how to be a man growing up. And that hurts, because it's like, damn, like some of these mothers will keep their keeps their kids away from their father. I don't like that. I don't care. Your kids has nothing to do with your personal gripe or what you have with the child's father, with your children's father. And they should not do that. So I disagree with the mother being a mother and father. No, there are mothers. Just like when I go to my kids, they go to their parents' day. The parents come up there, or they do something for the fathers. I see women there to support their kids, and it's like, no, why are you there? Why are you there? Because they didn't get along with the baby daddy, or whatever the case is, and the guy's not in their children's life. I don't think that's fair to the child, because a child should not see all the other kids' fathers there, and his father's not there. I think that's really fucked up. I think that's really messed up, and it does something. It does something psyche to the child. You don't do that. 12L said, I'm so happy that many people in the community stop that foolishness. Yes, but they still do it. I go to these functions, and it could be because my son, they will have every year they have something for the fathers. Fathers come, and fathers make sacrifices. They make many times. I would say, look, I call my job and say, look, I'm coming in late. I'm coming in late. I got something for my kids. I'm not. I don't ask permission. I just do it. I don't ask permission. I don't say, oh, can I? No, I don't ask permission. There's no permission with me when it comes down to my family. But I see women there, and it's only for the fathers, but I see women that playing the mother and the father, and it's like, you can't do that. You can't do that. So that's a problem, and I don't like that, because that's, to me, that's being greedy, and that's not helping your children, because I don't think that's fair to them, and I think it's very selfish for any woman to do that, to be there because their daddy is not man enough to be there for his kid. I think that's very selfish. You got to think about how the child might feel about that. I don't think that's fair. I could not imagine my son being with his mother, and they doing something for the fathers, and he's looking and see all these dads there, and I'm not there. I cannot imagine. It just I just won't feel right. My spirit won't allow it. So yeah, we have to, a lot of these guys, they come on YouTube because YouTube is their new daddy. That's the bottom line. That's how they get their courage. That's how they all of a sudden that's how they get their masculinity. YouTube became the new father figure for these dudes, and that's sad. That is sad. You know, so but they are the biggest. But that, to me, they are the biggest cowards. These guys are the biggest cowards. So I know what a man is. So when you had the mental patient saying, "Well, you're not. There's no black men." But what is a man? What is a man? You know. Well, they said, well, you let another man, you let another man do this and do that, this and that. Well, you don't know that. America don't grow their food. Everything that America gets is imported. They don't export stuff. They don't produce. America don't produce anything. Let's get that straight. United States of America do not produce anything. Do we have farms in America? Yes, we have farms, but it can't feed a whole country. Most of the most of the products, most of the most of the things that we get is imported in this country. The majority of the things that we get is come from black people. A lot of the things that we get comes from Africa. A lot of the things, your cell phone, how you think your cell phone works, how you think your computer works, the minerals. How do you think, how you think everything, how you get your food and all that stuff? A lot of things that is coming from China, like coming from Asia. All this stuff is coming from different countries. So when people say, "Well, you getting your stuff from the white man," you getting your stuff from the white man. The white man. The white man ain't getting a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff from. He's buying it. He's buying it from somewhere else. Yes, that's true. That's true. Africa has a lot of undeveloped and underdeveloped areas. That's true. Yeah. So we got to understand that men, a man, we provide, we protect, Um, we educate. There's a lot of men, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's not just building. It's not just building, but it's more than just building roads and all that stuff. It's a mental build. You got to be mental. You have to be uh, um, how you say it. You have to be more really equipped. You have to be really equipped to be a man. So yeah, we could fix things around the house. A man like to do a man. We like to fix things. I like to, I like to, most men we the best cooks. You know what I'm saying? We the best. I mean, they said men are the best cooks. When we throw down, we throw down. So a lot of a man is good in different areas. We might not be good in everything, but we might be good in everything. Everybody cannot every man cannot be an electrician. Okay, every man can't build or make a road and all that stuff. But I think every man should know how to uh, uh, fix a tire. There's some things that men should do with the basic things. But the bottom line is men has to protect. I think that's the most important thing. We have to protect. Thanks, 12 L's. Hit that like button. But yeah, you got dudes, but yeah, it's sad that you got dudes out here. They got daddy issues, man. Daddy issues. It is sad. It's sad. It's really pathetic. And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. And they use social media as the new father. That's how they get their pseudoism. That's how they get their religion. That's how they it became. Look at these B rap Negroes. They always talk about Elijah Muhammad, right? Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad didn't care about black people. He was all about making money. But he became the new daddy. He became the new daddy. Religion is the new father. They use religion as the new daddy. So again, I don't. I just want to just make that. I just want to just throw that out there where you got black folks, how where they getting their masculinity, they how where they think of being a man is by coming on social media, and they think that that's the only time they could show their manhood. But behind closed doors, these guys wearing skirts. Behind closed doors, these guys wearing skirts. It's crazy. So we have to really, like I said, that's what most of the self hate comes from. I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of black men have a hatred for women. I think that's what the majority of reason why men, these black men, they hate the way they look. They hate black women. Um, they date outside their race. They think about getting with a white woman, make them feel like a man. Uh, and they use that, and I know I see a lot of black men. Um, they shit on black women because number one, they hate their mother. A lot of black men hate their mother. They might not say it, but they hate their mother. So when they start dating outside their race or whatever, they be like, "Oh, the black women." They always have this excuse, the reason why they're with that non-African woman, because they hate the black woman. They hate their mother. They hate the mother because the mother got with a dude that did not love her. And that's what happened. A lot of these guys, and that's what I'm saying, is I tell these sisters, be careful who you hook up with. Because it's, because you got a lot of selfish black women out there. A lot of selfish black women. Especially in the entertainment business. I don't know how you could bring a child in the world in a dysfunctional household. Why would you want to bring a child in the world in a dysfunctional household? Look at people like Cardi B. She's already messing with another dude. She already got 2 kids by this guy Offset, and she's already messing with another dude. Your kid's gonna see that. I just don't get it. I don't get it. That's why I tell these women, start. You're gonna have the women gonna have to start picking. And I'm not going to use the word nerds, but they need to start picking real educated brothers and start building them up. So if you find a brother is in college and he's trying to do the right thing, and if you got a little more, build them up. Build him up. Don't wait until he's become successful, and then all of a sudden you want to talk to him. But by that time, you already got a family already. By that time, you already got 2 or 3 kids by different dudes. Sisters need to stop that shit. Stop doing that. Oh well, a black man has to make 200K, or he has to make $1 million. Stop that. Because guess what's going to happen? Some white woman going to come and is going to grab him. That's the bottom line. Some white woman going to come and going to grab and build him up. And this is where the self-hate will kick in. Next thing you know, he's shitting on sisters. Stop waiting for a black man to make it. Where the only time you'll date him, unless he's making 6 figures, or he has to make 200K and all that sort of stuff. He has to be tall. He has to be all this fantasy. And you're nowhere fit. You nowhere fit. You know what you're not making, especially if you're not making 200K, especially if you're not making 6 figures. Because now you looking for a father. You're not looking for a man. See, one thing about African people, we always been the type of people that build each other up. If a man have a little more than a woman, and if that man loved that woman, we built her up. We give her any type of resources that she needs to make it, and vice versa. If a black woman loved that black man and she got a little more, she would give some of her resources to build that brother up. Unfortunately, we live in a time now that you got white women are now taking up on that role now. And other race of women are taking up on that role because the black woman, she's starting to fail. And we got to stop that. And now what's going to happen is that you're going to have a lot of kids that's going to be born, especially when this interracial thing start. They're going to be more confused, and they're not going to want to, they don't know, or they're going to have this hatred for the black woman. And you're going to have a lot of, and that's going to create a lot of black, they're going to, a lot of, like I said, it's going to create a lot of drama, a lot of issues. I don't understand where you have sisters, they want to go and get with these dudes that they know they're no good. They know they're no good. But they'll still mess with them. And I think a lot of the time, some of these sisters, they get with these guys because they physical, maybe they physical parents. Oh, I want my kids to have those eyes. I want my kids to have this hair and stuff like that. But it's not really love. It's not really love. And after they get what they want out of them, after they get their kids, then it's like, oh well, I want a good man now. But he has to have all these things. And that's not reality. That's not reality. You know, that's like you trying to have your cake and eat it too. And I tell these women, stop getting with these guys who have daddy issues. Stop getting with these guys who have daddy issues, where they're quick to get angry. You know, you got the guys that they have this, they quick to get very angry if you disagree with them. They never have no money. Or if they do have some money, they have this control, or they want to or they want to they control freaks. And especially the religious ones, especially those type of people, especially the religious ones, they kill me. Stay away from those religious ones. So I don't know. It just bothers me, um, that the way how these guys are nowadays is just they pathetic. They're pathetic. They're really really pathetic. You know, you got some. It got to the point where it became almost like a civil war now. This is the reason why I don't deal with them. If I find any dude who got like daddy issues, I don't deal with them. I don't even want to have a conversation with them. I block them. I don't deal with them. I don't deal with them. These are bitter people. 9 out of 10, they don't have nothing. They don't have nothing to show for nothing. You can't build with them. They'll start off genuine, but then all of a sudden they'll turn on you. They'll turn on you. So I don't deal with those type of people. These are the people that use black women. They don't want to use. These are the ones that will find reasons to to uh, to bully other black men, to try to shame intelligent black men. These people that don't like education. Like I said, for me, I didn't let that stop me. I didn't let that stop me. And these are all the guys, and those type of guys. They always have a police record. They always got to say they got locked up. Well, I was locked up. I served some time. I was locked up. I was locked up. I never got locked up. I went to central booking. That's the only reason I went there. And I talked about it. I talked about it. I was lied on by a weak ass bitch. I was lied on by a weak ass bitch. That's why I talked about it last time. I can't stand a weak bitch. These are the same black women. They like, oh, you're attacking a black woman. After they throw a rock at you, they went, oh, you're attacking a black woman. But you attacked me. You throw a rock at me. Now I throw a rock at you. Now I'm attacking a black woman now. Get the fuck out of here. I can't stand a weak black woman. I can't stand them. But shout out to my strong sisters out there. Shout out to them. They know who they are. That's why I got much love for people like Stacy and 12 L's. They some strong sisters. I can tell they very strong. So I just want to just land my plane on that. I didn't want to be on it too long. I'm thinking about build my fan base. I might go on fan base and just chop it up with people over there. I haven't done a program on fan base in a while. And the reason why I stopped being on fan because it was the same type of foolishness, same type of degenerate. And it's a black owned site. I support black owned. I want us to have our own. I want us to have our own, man. But we don't support each other. We don't look out for each other. We sit there and we go on. We rather be old black trolls. It's like the old black old trolling me, and I'm not even bothering this mental patient. I'm not even bothering him, but he coming on my platform. I'm not. I never came on his platform when he does his live. The only thing that he could do for me is make me laugh. Why don't you? And that's going to the dumbass turf mental patient. Invite people on your platform and make me laugh so I could talk about your stupid ass. Because that's the best thing you can do is to make me laugh. Your whole everything about you, everything about this person is a comedy show. That's the only thing he can do for me is to make me laugh. So and that's so so trolling me won't work. Why don't this person control? He want to troll those white folks. Exactly, Jamel. Why don't he control? Why don't he troll those white folks, those racist white folks? Troll them, because that's what they do to us. That's what they do to us. When white people get bored, and it could be black, but they do not like to see black people coming together and talking about real shit, and they would literally invade our programs. White people are the biggest trollers. So why don't that nutcase go over there and troll them? Since well he said he's not a man. because that's what men do. I have no, for me, well, ain't no white person. I don't care what white people do. I don't care what white people do. As long as they don't bother me, and as long as they don't put me in a situation where I have to come at them, I'm good. I'm good. I don't go and control my own people. I don't do that. I don't put my people down. I don't do that. It's pointless. But if you want, but I tell any black person, if you that angry about your life, if you have daddy issues, go and take it out on the person who put you in that situation. Because I didn't put you in that situation. That person claimed that he got locked up for being for harassing another man. That's the reason why you put yourself in that condition. Oh, where was pro-blackness? Where was pro-blackness? You know, when I was locked up, where's no pro-blackness? No, you deserve to be in there. You deserve it. I don't support criminals. You commit a crime and where you are harassing and stalking another black man, a black person, black male, black woman. I don't support that. You deserve to get locked up. You deserve to be in a white man's jail cell. That's white people's problem. That's not my problem. We have to be real with it. I don't support criminals, especially the ones. And I'm gonna say this: I don't support criminals, and I think. Let me say this: I think it's a crime where a black person harm another black person or murders another black person. That's a crime. Rather, if it's other races of people, I don't give a shit. But when you do it to your own, it's a crime. It's a crime, and you deserve to be locked up. You mistreat your people, you stalk your people, and there's evidence that you did to your people. That's a crime, and you deserve to be locked up, or you deserve to, or be on death row, or be on death row. I won't feel sorry for those people. I don't feel sorry for them. And it shouldn't have to take a religion to find yourself. It shouldn't have to take a religion to find yourself. Because once I knew who I was, I had to direct my anger to the oppressor. So I decided to do, when I became the share screen, my work on YouTube and stuff like that. My job was to let people know, hey, this is my fight is with the enemy. I already know who the enemy is. That was my fight. I know who my oppressor is. But then you got black folks that come and they want to become this bully. They become they become the white man. White man in black face, and they want to start bullying me, try to shut me down. Because of a disagreement. Because I say I don't support pipe dreams. That's one thing about me. When people say stuff like, you don't have nothing, you have nothing. Usually when people say stuff like that, that's coming from a do-nother. People, because they don't have nothing, they think Every black person don't have nothing. And I say, let's go to the record books. Let's see what you accomplished, and let's see what I accomplished, and let's do a comparison. These are the same people that have not left the United States. That have not yet don't know what it feels like to go to another country. Don't know what it feels like to have a passport. Now they can drive to a state to state. They can go through a state. They won't stay there. They can say, "Well, I went through Mississippi. I went through uh, South Dakota. I went through," but they don't stay there. They haven't learned. They know nothing about the state that they went through. So I don't have to prove anything to a do nothing. I want them to think I haven't done nothing. I said this a while back. I want them to think. I want them to think that. Because they have not motivate anybody. They have not doing no type of motivation. They have not motivated nobody. Still talking that 19 religious crap that should have been dead long time ago. Christianity has done nothing for black people, but kept us more docile. Islam didn't do nothing for black people, kept us more docile. These are the religion that kept us, that's going to keep holding us back. And we should put race first. Race should be our new religion. Religion means something that you born with. How come we can't put How come we can't put race as our new religion? It's okay if you want to be a Christian. Okay, fine. That's a personal thing. Want to be Islam? That's a personal thing. But when I talk to a black person, I don't want them to keep talking about, well, the Bible said this and the Quran said that. I don't care about what that stuff don't have nothing to do with me. What did Marcus Garvey say? He existed. What did Marcus Garvey say? How about that? There got to be the people who have done the work. Don't give me people that's all about religion. Give me the people that done the work. And that's the thing. And that's who I learned from. So that's what a man is. A man has done the work and showing self-pride, showing African pride to make sure people have pride in themselves of who they are, and not to be ashamed to say it. Because if you let somebody bully you and say that you can't say certain things because you don't want to sound hateful or whatever like that, you're going to let somebody bully you, then yeah, you're right. You're not a man. You're not a man. You're right. You won't be a man because you allow somebody to bully you. So that's why that's why I just want to just, I come in here just to speak my mind on about certain things. And I'm glad everybody came through. Jamel, 12 L's, Stacy. Glad everybody came through, show brother love. Um, I will do a program tomorrow. I'm going to talk about this situation with Prospect, what's his name? Sus, uh, Suspect, whatever his name is, and Brandon, in their situation. I want to give my commentary on that. But yeah, I just want to finish about, like I said, I want to address certain things from my last live. My battery ran out, but that's what I kind of realized, that we have a lot of these dudes that have daddy issues, and those are the ones who are not men because they never got over it. They never got over it. They never accepted it. So, what else? I don't know if I'm forgetting anything. I think that's it. I think that's all I want to say for now. We have to stop. I just want to say one thing. We have to stop the slave culture. We have to stop it. We have to stop the slave culture. Slave culture has to stop. You got black women out there. You have more. Matter of fact, you have more baby showers than weddings. That's disgusting when I see women with three kids with three different dudes, and they got four kids, four different guys. That's slave culture. That's breeding. Because that's what they used to do with the African woman. They used to breed the African woman to make more slaves. That's all it is. That's disgusting. You might well just have a you might well just have a you might well just have a threesome or foursome if that's the case. I don't even see the difference. One man, he hit it, get her pregnant. Another man goes behind her, he hit it, get her pregnant. It's like this is the same shit. Well, I got four kids, about four, and then when they bring it up, you could tell the woman is not too happy with it. You could just tell. You could just tell. Thank you, Stacy. You could just tell. You could just say every time when you ask that question, how many kids you got? Four kids by the same man? No, by four different guys. You could tell she's not happy with it. But damn, you didn't learn from the first mistake? Matter of fact, it's not even a mistake. It's not even a mistake. Because if you if you see one woman doing it or who have done it, other girls should say, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to end up like that. Let me go find a man that's gonna love me. Let me find a man. Let me make sure that he's with me just to be with me, not just to be with me just to hit it. And it's sad that we might have to have a class on that. We might have to have a class on relationships. They might have to put that in the school system now. We're gonna have to stop the slave culture, because but if you FBA, yeah, that is part of your culture. Slave culture is part of your culture. If you FBA, if you ADOS, if you're a Black American, yeah, that's part of your slave culture. Ain't no child, because that's a new thing now. Women are getting married in their later years when they in their 40s and 50s, but they already have they already have a family. Ain't no child should see their parents get married. That should be the number one rule. Let me say this again. No child should see their parents get married unless if the woman's unless the mother or unless the woman or the man are either or widows or they're divorced. Either they're widows or divorced. Not just a hookup that went wrong. Not a continued hookup that went wrong, and then all of a sudden, when you older, when you 40 and 50 years old, you want to get married. Yeah, me too. My parents did the same thing. My grandparents did that. I got pictures. My grandparents got married. My mother and father got married. I did the right thing. I got married. My kids didn't see me. No kids should ever see their parents get married. No kids. And when we hear about grandparents, there should never be it should never be a 30 something or 40 something grandparent. Grandparents was either 60 and up. My mother became a grandparent in her late 50s, going on 60. That's when you become a grandparent. We got to stop the slave culture, man. And I don't know what in the world who thought that was cool. But this baby mama, because even when that first started came out, I thought that was weird. And that started with the whole social media, with the whole talk shows, with the Jerry Springers and the Maury's. You ain't the father. That's what that's all that came from. Facts, Stacy. We gotta keep the righteous. We gotta keep it righteous. I think it looked very ugly. Very, very ugly. Where you got kids. Yeah, the media ruined our minds. That's true. I think it's very ugly where you got kids and it creates animosity among children where one father treats his child better. I think it's look disgusting. I don't know. It just don't look good. One father, he comes, he wants to see his kid. That same woman, another dude comes, he wants to see his kid. One kid get jealous because his father, his half brother, you got one child, he's mad because his half sister or his half brother father treats him better than his. It just create a mess. And then you want to know why these kids grow up angry. They grow up angry. Well, your daddy and you hear the kids, oh, my daddy treats me better than your daddy. My daddy treats me, and that's what goes on. One father, he comes in. He gotta come in. He see another man there. She's pregnant with the other guy. And then it's just I just can't imagine that happening. I can't go through that. I can't go through that. I just can't go through. I just can't imagine. I got to see my kids and some other dude got the woman pregnant that I used to deal with. I got to see that. I got to see that shit. And it's an ongoing cycle. It's an ongoing cycle. You got women out there that got 7 children by 6 different men. That's disgusting. That is nasty. That is nasty. And I don't understand these nasty. And I have to say something about these dudes. You any dude. Why would you want to even mess with a woman Why would any dude? I want a dude to explain to me why would you? Why would you even want to mess with a woman who have that many kids by different dudes? Why would you want to be another? Why would you want to be another number? Why would you want to be another number? Why? And I blame these women too. If you know these dudes got three different baby mothers, I swear to God, I had to ask this one girl. Oh my God, I had to work with. She no longer work with us no more, but she was like 25 years old. She was young. She's young. She got with this guy who had three baby mothers. Three baby mothers. Three baby mothers. No, I think it was no, I'm sorry. He had two baby mothers. She ended up being a third baby mother. This guy ain't shit. This guy wasn't shit. He's locked up. Now she's raising this daughter by herself. I feel so bad for her, man. I was like, damn. I feel so bad for her, man. But at the same time, I'm just like, why? Why you gotta get why choose him? Why chose him? Because he looks good? And I had to ask her. She couldn't even answer. She couldn't even answer it. Why did you get all these good brothers? That means you had to buy, that means you went out your way. You went out your way to get with these guys. You went out your way to get with that dude. There's no way in hell. You knew this dude got mama drama. And you thought that because he got you pregnant, you thought that you was going to be number one. I never could understand that. These girls, and I hate to say it, you got some of these women, some of these sisters, they go out their way to get the most dustiest dude they can find. And they shit on brothers that's trying to make it. You're not, and I tell any black woman, you're not going to grow. I don't care how successful you may think you are. I tell any black woman that. When you go out there and you start this, oh, I'm an independent black woman, number one, you already lost. When you have different baby daddies and all that other stuff, you already lost. You already lost. Exactly, Stacey. It's disgusting. They said they have no self-respect. It's facts. They don't. You already lost. I remember one time this one dude, he got with this Latino dude. It was this one dude, one simp ass dude. He got with some Latino chick. She didn't even look all that. But she had 4 kids. 4 kids. Then he got with her and got her pregnant. And you know what I told him? I told him right in his face. I said, I could never do nothing like that. I could never get with a girl who got kids. I said, I said, dude, you better than that. You better than that. Why would you? There's so many beautiful black women that you got to get with you had to get with a rice and bean chick. You had to get with a rice and bean chick. You had to get with a woman that already been had 4 times. Now I don't know if she had those kids by 4 different men or by the same kid, but that she already had a family. What? And this guy never had no kids until he got with her. And she was having this baby. All because you wanted a child to look different. That's pathetic. I know, and I bet you he ain't with that girl. I'll bet you anything he ain't with her no more. I bet you anything he ain't with that chick no more. A lot of these guys, they will go out their way to get with a non-black woman and have a child by her, even though she might have a family. She already have a family. Because these girls would tell you, my kids is the package. Either you get with me, or you gotta get with my kids. We come as a package. Package. And it shouldn't be like that. Because that guy should not have nothing to do with those kids. They have a father. They have a father. Now, if their father passed away, or if their father it might be locked up, or something like that, or they passed away, or they got and like I said, I would go as far as the father's locked up. He's never getting out. He's never getting out. But if that father is still around and still working or whatever, that man should never have nothing to do with that child. It should never be like, oh, we come as a package. That's bullshit. So it depends. So when I hear Dr. Umar, see, Dr. Umar can't really talk about relationships. He can't talk about marriage. And that's the only issue I have. I like Dr. Umar. I still rock with him. But Dr. Umar cannot talk about marriages because he has baby mothers. He never married the women that he had his children by. So he fit right into that slave culture. And I disagree with a man should take care of another man's child, if that man is still alive and he's still free. He's still alive and he's still out here. If that man is not deceased or he's not in prison, then no man should be taking care of that man's child if he's still able to do it. That's just my opinion. And these women need to stop saying that shit. I'm a package. Unless your children's father is either deceased or he's got life in prison. If he's deceased, unless he's deceased or he got life in prison, that's the only way I could say that man should take you as a package. But if those children's fathers is not deceased, he's not locked up, then that man should not be responsible for your children. He should not be responsible for your children. It should never be where I'm a package. Fuck that. No. Yes, facts, Stacey. We have to set our standards high. That's what I did. My standards are very high, and it still is. It still is. I tell any young brother who wants to date, don't get with a broke woman. Don't get with a broke woman. If she don't have a job or whatever, I would say don't get with them. Do like I did with us, because a woman ain't gonna mess with a man who don't have no job. I hear a lot of women say that he gotta be working. He has to have his job, because how we gonna do things? That's what they always say. She said we cannot end up like Seven and Aaliyah Muhammad. Nope. Facts. Facts. We don't want to end up like that. And Aaliyah Muhammad got 7 kids by different men, but she claimed that she married all of them. Which to me I think that's disgusting too. I think that's disgusting too. Every time you marry a man, you got to have a baby. That don't marry you. You got to get, and that's disgusting. That's disgusting. At some point, you got to have your tubes tied. Have children by that one man, and have your tubes tied. Get your tubes tied. Get your tubes tied. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. I don't. That's fucking disgusting. So now all your kids is half brother and sister. Half brother and sister. That's disgusting. Well, she got mostly girls. So they got all them girls are half sisters. That's disgusting. No, she has 7. She has 7. I think she has seven daughters, I think. By different men. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. I'm sorry. And he's and you could tell they didn't have sex. Cause trust me, she would have had his baby too. I know. Well, well, I believe him. When he say he didn't have sex, well, I believe him. She said, well, according to her, she said he couldn't get it up. I don't think they had sex because she would have had it. She would have had Nut Seven's baby. She would have had his baby. I don't even think Nut Seven likes women. I think he likes men. Because he's always talking about the ding-a-ling. Oh, the ding-a-ling. The big ding-a-ling. He's always talking about the ding-a-ling. That's where he had that I know him, and you saw him in that picture. He had his boxers on, and him and that ugly yuck mouth fat fuck nutty professor Talib was in his bed, and he's serving breakfast. Serving that nigga breakfast in bed. And he had Nut Seven with his boxers. With his dirty. Let me stop. 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 You know it's true. He did say, I'm supposed to serve my guests. He said, that's right. He agreed to it. He admitted to it. He said, yeah, I'm supposed to serve my guests. Oh my God, that dude he's an old fruitcake. I'm sorry. That dude is an old fruitcake. I don't care what nobody say. He's definitely not a man. He loved that ding-a-ling though. Oh man, let me stop. He said black men don't exist, yet he's not a man himself. Of course. He said he wasn't a man. He hasn't done he hasn't done nothing. He hasn't done nothing. The only thing he could say is that he could drive a truck. He hasn't done nothing as a man. He had to run to another man. He had to run to another man because a white one went to whoop his ass. And he had no shame. He had no shame. And you hear him on the video. He ran to another man for protection, the white man, the devil, to protect his ass. Well, she said she wanted to whip my ass, and I'm an old man. I'm an old man. I can't fight. I can't. Please, sir. Please, sir. Please protect me, sir. Help me, please. Help me, please. Help me. Oh my God, these guys, man! I'm telling you, daddy issues. These people never had a daddy in their life. Because a real man would have said, "Okay, I'm looking." A real man would have handled that. A real man ain't gonna let no woman to punk them, not especially a woman. He gonna let no woman punk him, especially a white woman. Sick, man. These people are sick. Yeah, Talib is disgusting. Yeah, that was a joke. Sister Noble was mad at me, and she was mad at me because I wasn't there. Sister Noble, yo, check this out, Stay. Sister Noble was mad at me because she texted me and because she was upset with me because I wasn't there. I wasn't there at the in the Zoom courtroom, right? Because it was based on it was on Zoom. But I told Sister Noble I'm out of that. I don't. I told Sister Noble to leave it alone. I said just do your thing, leave it alone. Because I told her I was over it and I was going to get to my content. Because I defended her because she apologized for what she did to me, and I did my part. She wanted you to be yes. Well, yeah, she wanted me there as her support. I guess I don't know. I don't know why she wanted me there, but she was upset with me because I wasn't there. But here's the thing, and I'll ask Sister Noble. Number one, I had to work that day. Number two, you had to pay me. She didn't offer me no money. She didn't offer me. She would have to pay me $300 of a day's pay for me not showing for work. You have to pay. You have to pay me. You can't just. I'm not going to just do that. I'm not going to show up for free. I'm gonna miss a day's pay of work. No, you're gonna have to pay me. She didn't offer me no money. You supposed to pay me. You want me to be there at the courtroom? You gonna have to pay me. No, cause she paid. I don't know if she is cheap. She is cheap. Because, but I think it's very selfish. I think it's very selfish when you pay all that money to send all those documents in, which it didn't do anything, when you could have used that money to pay me so I could support you. But she didn't pay me. I'm supposed to skip work to be a part of some nonsense, to go to some kangaroo court. No, that's something that she wanted to do. She had Aaliyah Muhammad there. She didn't need me there. What the hell she need me there for? That was a love triangle between those three. That has nothing to do with me. My situation with Nutson was totally different from her situation. Yeah, of course he didn't take the. It was a kangaroo court. It was a joke. I tell anybody, if you want me in your courtroom, you're gonna have to pay me. You're gonna have to pay me a day's pay, and it can't be no $50 or no $100. No, you're gonna pay me what I'm. What? No, you're gonna pay me some serious money. You're gonna pay me at least $200, $300. She didn't offer me no money. We wasn't cool like that. Me and Sister Noble, we not cool like that. We not cool like that. I have nothing against the sister, but we are not cool like that. So so that I thought that was a joke. So I still got respect for her. I mean, she's cool with me, but I just told her in that time. Um, and shout out to Sister Noble. She's all right. I don't have no problem with her. But in that time, yeah, she was upset with me, and she was just like, you know, and you know, yeah, and I had to tell her, yo, you didn't, you didn't pay me for my day's work. I'm gonna lose a day's pay. Get off. I'm gonna call out to lose a day's pay to waste my PTO to go to some to a Zoom court meeting for what? Time is money, Stacy. Yes, time is money. She had to pay me. That's how it works. Yeah, okay. If she's on Section 8, that has nothing to her being on Section 8, that has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me. She chose to be on Section 8. That's not had nothing to do with me. She still would have to pay me. That's just the bottom line. And I wasn't gonna take off for work to go to that kangaroo court crap. She put herself, like I said, people make their own choices. Yeah, exactly, Stacy. People make their own people make poor choices. She has a college degree. There's no reason for her is no reason for her to be on Section 8 when you have a fucking college degree. What the fuck are you doing with your time? That's the reason why when people go to college, you got to go to college. I went to college for business. I got my degree in business. With that degree, I can go anywhere. I can go anywhere. I can go anywhere. So when people go to college and they go to college for like, you know, stupid shit like chemistry, or they get a degree in chemistry, well, for what? Unless you're gonna be a chemist. People go to college for the most dumbest shit. Like what are you gonna go to? Okay, it was something like pre-education, and I'm going to college to be in a. I'm like, okay, unless you're gonna, if that's your unless that is that you if that's your passion, then go for it. Don't just go to college just go to college. Just pick something easy, just to say you have a college degree. That's not going to fly. She said, "How did she invite that nutcase to her section?" Well, I guess she pimped that nutcase. Yeah, she damn sure did. But I think with that case, I think that situation was well deserved. It was well deserved because that was the agreement. I'm going to pay you to get my ex-wife jealous. I'm going to pay you to get my ex, and she did until she got tired of it. She was just like, "Yo, I'm not going to just keep doing that, and then you're going to keep abusing me." I don't know what is doodoo. I don't know what that is. I mean, I've heard about that, but I was like, what is that? I don't know what that is. Like I said, that's some childish shit. That oh yeah, I went to her house and I found. He said he found she found shit on a bathroom floor. That's weird. And you okay with that? And then you stayed with her. You stayed with her. That right there didn't make no sense because if that would so for me that would just turn me off. That would really turn me off. If I went to a girl's house and there was if she shitted on the floor, I would have just been like I would have been out. I'd be like, nah, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. I'm just saying for me. So that just shows me what type of person he is. Like you like that shit? Like you stayed with a woman like that? That's disgusting. I would have been out. I'd be like, no, this ain't gonna work. No. But you stayed. He stayed with her. I would have left that same day. That's disgusting. That means he's just as nasty. That means you're just as fucking nasty. That means you smelt it and you looked at it like that right there would have turned me off. It would have turned me off. I would have never spoke to her after that. I would never have spoke to her after that. T-shirt and the boxes. But I would never spoke to her after that. That don't make no sense. How you stay with a woman like that who claimed that you claim that she shitted on the floor like that how you and then he didn't even hit that. That dude didn't even he went all the way over there. He didn't even fuck. She had him sleeping in another room. You best but believe if I come miles and miles away, I'm hitting that. I'm beating that. I'm beating that. No ifs, ands, buts about it. I'm beating that. I'm clapping those cheeks. Oh yeah, I'm clapping those cheeks. I drive miles away. That's unheard of. I ain't gonna sleep in another. You ain't gonna have me sleep in another room, and I ain't clapping no chicks. Oh no, we doing it. We doing it all day, all night. I'm like, once I get there, we doing it. Once I get there, once I come in that door, we fucking. There's no way in hell ain't no woman gonna have me drive miles and miles away, and I'm gonna be in a room, and I'm gonna sleep in another room. I'm not sleeping in the same bed. She had me sleeping in another fucking room. That is madness. He said he drove 7 hours to sleep in the guest room. That is crazy. And a picture. What a clown. He said, I remember he said he drove miles. He got in the house automatically. She started. He said that after once he got into Sister Noble's house, she started arguing with him. She started arguing with his ass. She also, I remember she said that he would leave bathroom rings in her bathtub. That's disgusting. He left bathroom rings in her bathtub. I said, ew. I wouldn't. Yeah. I don't think no woman want to be with a man want to sleep with a man after he leaving bathroom rings in a tub. Yeah, that's disgusting. But you'd be surprised how people live. It's crazy. People are very fucking nasty. Some of these dudes out here are nasty. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even like to be around a lot of dudes because dudes are nasty. Nasty. I swear to God, I just came yesterday. I never forget this. I was just coming from the doctor because I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. When I got off the train, it was just this one dude, and I was going up the stairs. I was in front of this one guy. I was in back of this one guy. This guy, and don't get me wrong, it's hot outside. It's been hot. It's been in the 80s. I think it's still in the 80s right now. And this guy smelled his body. I mean, he's musty. Oh my God, this guy stunk like a musty smell. And I said, why? How could you walk around stinking? Why would you walk around stinking? Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck. If you're a black male or black, no, I'm just saying, if you're a black male, it should be a decree. It should be law that you don't stink. You don't stink. That should be a law. That being black and being stinky, it should be a no-no. That shit don't even go together. You got black men, they don't have no shame. They can walk around smelling. They walk around, they wear sandals, and their feet be ashy. They don't even take care of that. They don't even take care of themselves. You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your feet just like you take care of your hands. That's fucking disgusting. You got to take care of your feet just like you take care of your hands. He said, "Nigga didn't bathe in years." Yeah, this dude just. I mean, I'm in back of him. I'm smelling all this. He looks like a young dude too. And I was like, damn, what the fuck? This guy stink. Yo, I don't like a stink black people. I don't like stink black people cannot be afford to stink. You cannot be afford to stink. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't. You can't. I can't deal with that. Because our scent is way stronger than women. Let me tell you this: our musky scent, the musky scent of a black man. Well, we already know how white people they. Oh my God! Oh, white men or like white men or red men or yellow men. I notice when they stink, when they must. Oh my God, that shit make you fit. That you will pass out. You will pass out. They smell like stinky dogs. Oh my God. Oh my God. It stinks. Oh, can't. Yes. And not just white men, yellow men and red men. Indians, Europe. Well, we white men are Europeans. Red men, red people is Indians. Those East Indians, oh my God. Oh. Asians, oh my God. When they stink, oh, because they all stink alike. They all have that same straight, because that straight hair. Any straight hair carry lice. And it carry a wet dog smell. We don't have that, but we do stink. But not like that, not like them. That's a whole different odor. Yeah. It will make you pass out. Like we could tolerate black people smell. It's tolerable, but we won't pass out. It's a different stench. It's a different stench. But the point I'm saying is that men, our scent as men, especially when we get older, even as boys, our scent is male. The male scent is way stronger than a female. Is way stronger, way stronger. Is way stronger, man. So we have to really, really. That's why if you know about a cologne is so strong because our scent is strong. That's what we have to when we put on cologne. Just when we go out or we go to work, we got to put on cologne because our cologne is stronger than a perfume, way stronger than perfume. So that's the reason why cologne exists because it's way stronger. But we have to, black men, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to really take care of ourselves. So yeah, um, so yeah, but oh, I don't even want to think about it. Oh, I don't even want to. You imagine going in his house? Oh my God! You know what's so funny about? His teeth is so jacked up. I don't understand the life of me when you can't. When the last time you ever been to the dentist? But he did admit that he was on drugs, and drugs will rot out your teeth. Drugs will make your mouth look really fucked up. But damn, dude, go to the fucking dentist. Get your whole self a new pair of dentures. Do something. Lose the fucking weight. Do something. It's sad. Somebody, but like I said, black men don't they don't care about themselves. Like being a man doesn't mean you have to be disgusting. Being a man doesn't mean that you have to be filthy. Being a man doesn't mean that you have to be dirty. I don't know. I forgot who said this. Somebody, some YouTube. I don't know if it was Charleston White. I think it was him. He said men are supposed to be dirty. Men supposed to be unclean as men. I said that's not true. I don't know who came up with that. That's not true. So men supposed to have, calluses on their hands and all that. That's not true. Who came up with that? Because women don't like that. Women don't like men that's too dirty, too rugged. They tell me women tell me they like a man with smooth skin and a man that's well groomed. Not to say that, not to be where he has to look like a woman who got to be in the mirror all the time, but just decent, just decent, look decent. Yeah, he said he done a lot of drugs. He said he done a lot of drugs. He said that. He admitted that. But I want, again, that's my point about the daddy issues, because YouTube became the new daddy. Instead of working on yourself, YouTube became the new therapist. YouTube became the new father. Instead of just working on yourself. I go to the gym. Even if I got work out in my house, I try to stay fit as possible. I try to stay fit as possible. Now, we know that when you get older, your body breaks down. Your body breaks down when you get older. Especially when you start hitting 40, 45, close to 50, your body breaks down. You're going to starting to have a little more health issues. That happens when you get older. But if you haven't been taking care of yourself most of your life, your health is going to get worse. This is the reason why people come down with cancer.